Hey, good morning. It's some good weather out here. We haven't had weather like this in a long time. It's been raining. Oh, I like the rain sometimes, but not all the time. But, I got my glasses on today. My eyes were irritating me with my contacts. Oh, you wear contacts too? Oh, that solution works for you. Oh, I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, I see on your desk you have pictures of one of your daughters. She's in band. My daughter's she in band too. Oh yeah, mine's played the clarinet. That's wonderful. If you ever need someone to clean your instruments, I know a person. Uh, they're really good and low price. Oh, you can use that. Okay, all right. Well, let me give you that information. All right. So that's the beginning of marketing. A little rusty on the process, but I just want to just let you know that's exactly how you want to go in and market. You never just go out and hand a card and then move on. First of all, it represents that you're just wanting something from them. And if you give that impression, you won't ever get a resident or a referral. What you want to do is build up a relationship. And that's the main part is a relationship where they feel comfortable with you and you feel comfortable with them. You might notice that you might have tried to make an appointment to get in and see them at a certain time and they was not able to leave. They might say, well, I'm really booked to 2 or 3 o'clock. So that right there is an end where, well, maybe if I bring them lunch and you build up that relationship, go back to when you first met them and you like, well, I'm new in the area. Do you know any good places to eat? And then they like, well, yeah, there's a couple if you like Mexican. Oh, okay. What do you like to eat? Oh, okay, Mexican. Okay. Now, you want to build a relationship where you can take them out to lunch, but I wouldn't do that on the first couple of meets. You just want to make sure that they feel comfortable with you and you feel comfortable with them. And you don't want to be a bugaboo. So ask them, say, what do you like to eat? And they like, oh, well, there's a nice little place. Well, next time I come, I'll call you right before I come and in the area, and I'll stop by and bring you something to eat. And that takes a lot of the stress of, if you don't know if they want to come with you out to a restaurant because they don't hardly know you. Now, as you build up the relationship, you go by, make a call. Hey, I'm in the area. You want to stop? I'm going to stop by. You want to go out to one of the local restaurants? And then they might say yes, but don't try it at first because you don't want any no's and you don't want any kind of hesitation when, as you build up your relationship. So this is marketing one. I'm got so much about to tell you about marketing that I just didn't want to try to ball it all into one episode or one part. It's the first part, about the building of relationships. And then part two, I'll tell you where, when, how, some of the other ins and outs about marketing. But the relationship is the most important part. Do this person feel comfortable with your services, with giving you a potential resident? If you in the nursing home industry, you have to make this person feel comfortable that they're not making the wrong decision. And you as the person, the ambassador to that facility, you are going to either give them a negative opinion or a positive opinion. So I even put on my little sport coat and a nice little shirt. Don't really wear ties because ties is so official and you want them to feel comfortable. When someone see a tie come in, then it's more likely strictly business. And you want to persuade them away from, yes, it's business, but I am personable. So a couple things you need to do. Make them feel where they are comfortable and that you actually giving something. Don't go in there empty-handed or you get sounding like a beggar. May I have some residents, please? And you don't want to give out that kind of approach, or you don't want to give out that kind of vibe. You want them to feel where, you doing each other a service. So You want to make sure that if it's a discharge planner, if you can get in and see them now, that you actually giving them something, not monetarily, snack or a pen or whatever your marketing you can do. Because now in hospitals, they are really shutting down exactly what things you can do with the discharge planners. So, and types of things you can do. You have free CEUs. You can team up with hospices and home health companies that got free CEUs. Do a little happy hour after work hour where they can come, because everybody needs CEUs. Administrators, social workers, activity directors, everybody needs CEUs. And the best way to get everybody in a circle is have a happy hour and give out free CEUs. A lot of them got a lot of take-home CEUs where you don't have to do it there. You can get it, take it home, do it at your leisure, and you get those 2-3 credit hours for the CEU class. Very good idea. But just sticking with marketing, let's go into what people should feel when they come in and see you. They should feel like y'all best of friends. And you got to build that rapport with each person that you go out to and talk with, whether it's a doctor's office, whether it's a hospital, whether it's another nursing home. Those are places where you can go out and build those relationships up. And get out there and learn marketers. A lot of marketers can do a lot of the legwork for you, especially if you have good services. Because while they're out, and let's say they're marketing hospice, and they out talking to a family member, and they're like, well, yeah, they're gonna need more care in a nursing facility. That marketer that you have a contact with and build a relationship up with, she's like, well, as long as we are doing the services, I know a good nursing home. Now, isn't that a win-win? Because now that she gave you something, or he gave you something, and you gave them something, because you're going to provide good service. Now, the next time somebody needs to go on hospice, then you shoot them a line and say, okay, you gave us a resident out the blue that we wasn't going to accept. Now we have somebody that needs your services. So you have to build that community and build it strong. And if you do, you'll never have a problem with marketing and getting residents. And this isn't part 2. My maximum on my video stopped, so I'm just going to continue on. But you want to build that community where you have people in your circle that trust you and you trust them. And you have to build those relationships. You got to get out there. Being an administrator, I have no issue with marketing. A lot of administrators don't like to go out, be sociable, but you got to be. You got to get out there and let everybody know who you are, what you represent, and by you're going to bring your brand out. It's no different when Pepsi or Coke, they get a celebrity and have commercials with them. They're bringing out their brand. So you're going to have to bring out your brand. Your nursing home, this is who I am, this is what I represent, this is what we can do for you. And then everything should fall in line. The type of marketer you basically have to hire, you got to hire an extrovert. You hire an introvert, you're not going to get any residents. You have to have somebody that likes to get out there, talk with people, engage with people, that is not scared to ask for the sale. You can have all those other qualities, but can you ask for the sale? Hey, we kind of couple beds short. Do you make that phone call to us discharge planner? You got anybody you looking to discharge? Just that simple. It could be a simple yes or no. You just want to make sure that you have somebody that looks the role and know how to be inside marketing. Good personality, good marketing ideas. There's always things that you might not think of that they might thought of. But you got to have somebody that wants to hit the battlefield, kind of like all over the place, almost like an activity director, but more focused, and I'm gonna go do a video about activity directors. But you got to have somebody that's easily approached and don't mind approaching people and asking for that sale, and dress real nice, preferably, loud red, yellow, orange colors. There's people see and they stick out, and people gravitate toward that person. That's what if you get somebody people can gravitate to, because they just want to be around. Good personality. Had the luxury of working with one of the very best social workers I ever worked with, and I could see her around other social marketers, and she gets stuck out around other marketers, and I could tell why we were doing the best, because she stuck out. No one else was like her. People gravitated toward her. She knew the business. She was a go-getter, and she's still thriving to this day. That's what type of marketer you want. If you can get somebody like that and can build those relationships, as I stated earlier, it's all about those relationships. If you can get those relationships and get people on your side, make sure when they come in, you can ask for tours, do tours, but I'll get into that later on in part 2 about some of the ways to market and who to market to. But first, I just want to tell you the basis. Be approachable, make sure that they understand what your services are, but don't be a beggar. I always have something to give. So it's a relationship building thing, because don't go in there, I want, because they're going to see you at the door and they're going to be like, I see them coming, because I have done it before as an administrator. If vendors come in all the time and I know they don't have anything or opportunity where I want to listen to them, I shut them off at the door. And then you don't want to be one of those people that's a bugaboo and people are shutting you off at the door. To get in, build that relationship, because there's a lot of vendors. I say, oh, yeah, let them come on in. And then we'll sit and talk. Oh, how are the kids? Oh, okay. Last time we talked about the Knicks and Pacer game. Oh, okay. I remember you was a Knicks fan. I'm a Pacer fan. So if you build that relationship, they don't mind you coming. The relationship is all about business and all about what you can do for me and nothing I can do for you, then they're going to run. So I see my time is almost up again. You have a great day. Like and subscribe. Have a good day.